So let's talk about Gigi Jackson real quick before I finish. Gigi Jackson was the former projected lottery pick in this year's NBA draft. He was scheduled to be inside the top 15. He was a former #1 consensus player of high school in the class of 2023, and he reclassified to join the Gamecocks this year, and that's where he played. He should be going to college this year in August, but instead he's going to be making a lot of money in the NBA. He's 6'10". He averaged about 15 points a game off of 38% shooting. That's total. I think he was at 33% when it came to the three-point line, which is not great, but it's not terrible. He can score but lacks basketball IQ. And when I say that, I think that some of the plays that he do make is not great plays. He can score and he can out rebound cats, but when he was facing talented, more tougher talent in the SEC, sometimes he folded. So he's rumored to go to the Hornets at the 27th pick. And I like that pick. I like it a lot. It would be a solid pickup from the Hornets, who lack win scoring and size at that position. I think that Gigi Jackson, he's a raw talent. He showed flashes of what he could do. And I believe that he can do really well in the system. I think playing for the hometown team, Charlotte is not in South Carolina, but it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. A lot of his fans from Columbia would make the hour and 45 minute drive to Bud City to see him with LaMelo Ball. I think that another local prospect, Bryce McGruin, also is coming up the ranks as well as a 2 guard. And there's rumors that they may trade the #2 pick overall for Zion Williamson, which should be beef up the backcourt that is truly needed in Charlotte. So I say all to say that I believe that Gigi Jackson did lose a lot of money when it came to that situation with Lamont Paris, and the play wasn't drawn for him, and he decided to voice his opinion on social media. A lot of people heard, including NBA scouts. I think that's why he kind of dropped down a little bit. And also, when he started playing physical competition, it showed that he wasn't ready for prime time. So with all that being said, I hope the best for the young man. I think Charlotte would be great. I hope we get him. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan. Michael Jordan sold the team, so I think we should do well. Out of 13 years that Michael Jordan had, the Hornets only made the playoffs twice, and the draft picks have been terrible. Been able to draft at very reasonable and great spots, been able to get nobody. The only player I think out of the few years that Michael Jordan did get was Kemba Walker, which turned out to be very well, and LaMelo Ball. But think about Gigi Jackson, think about LaMelo Ball, and think about either Scoot Henderson or let's say they get Zion Williamson. Hey man, Bud City will be back, and they'll be looking more like the 1990s Charlotte Hornets with LJ, Larry Johnson, Lonzo Mourning, Muggsy Bogues, Dell Curry, and all them boys right there. It's going to be very exciting times in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm about to say South Carolina. In Charlotte, North Carolina.